Hello, I'm probably riding my bike. This is a ride in peak autumn in Seoul, mid-November, when the leaves are just clinging on and there are beautiful colours everywhere. It's still warm enough to ride in just a shirt and another layer, and it's sunny every day. It's my favourite season in Korea. You can probably see why. Today I'm starting work a little bit later, so I enjoyed a small lie-in, and I've got a bit of time to go to the flower market. The wholesale flower market's open from midnight till midday. I used to go often on a Saturday morning, but my hands are a bit full nowadays, so I'm taking my opportunity today. And it's a good chance to try out my new toy, the Insta360 X5. As I said in my last video, Insta360 are sponsoring a few videos. Last time I tried the Go Ultra, which was similar to what I've been using before, and this one's something a bit different. I really enjoyed using the Go Ultra for POV riding shots. I was always kind of curious about the 360 cameras, so this is a fun toy to try out. It's got a lot of different mounting positions that you can use on the handlebars, helmet, seat post, frame, chest mount as well. But this is my first time using it, so I just stuck with the handlebar mount just to test it out. It's a pretty fancy camera with two lenses on each side and makes the invisible selfie stick. So you can record just your 360 image and then cut what you want later and choose the framing that you like.
Stop recording. Stop recording.
It's a bit more involved in the editing process than the Go Ultra, but you can have a lot of fun with it. You can just press a button to record, or you can do voice control or hand control to start recording as well. Some of the shots are almost drone-like, and their flow state stabilization makes the shots quite smooth too. Later on in this video I'll be trying it out at night as well. I believe it performs very well in the dark. If you're interested in trying it out, you can follow the link in the description and use the code Probably Riding for some free accessories. And now we're almost at the express bus terminal, and on the third floor of this interestingly shaped building, which I think is so cool, we've got the flower market. A nice example of 1980s Korean architecture. I imagine it felt pretty futuristic back then. I think it's quite charming. But inside it's been renovated and looks quite modern, on the ground floor at least. Up on the third floor is a hidden gem, the express bus terminal flower market. I don't know why you'd buy flowers anywhere else if you lived near here, because it's so much cheaper and the experience is just a lot more fun. It's actually a wholesale flower market and they ship flowers in the buses all across Korea, but you can come as just an independent customer too. I usually come with no plan of what I want to buy and just pick the first flowers that look interesting to me. These calla lilies stood out, so I picked up the orange and purple ones, or yellow and purple, and thought I'd go with a LA Lakers theme bouquet this time. After I've picked the first flowers, I try to find a range that will go together. Complementary colours or matching colours, and a range of different shapes and sizes as well. I always ask the price, and even though it could be kind of expensive, I just end up buying them, unless they're ridiculous. Two flowers done. Let's get some more. My budget's usually about 50,000 won, which at the current exchange rate is about £25 or $35. On the same floor there's the Christmas market as well, which I showed last year. I couldn't find the Londod bus. Flowers in hand, I'm running close to being late for work, so let's get a move on. Go to work. Enjoyed having this me time in the morning before. Here's my haul of flowers. Not bad for 50,000 won. You can see the front handlebar mount for my X5 Insta360 camera. Looking forward to trying the other mounts later on. And my LA Lakers inspired flower selection. Although I'm really a Chicago Bulls kind of guy, thanks to the legendary Michael Jordan. That's about the limit of my basketball knowledge. Hauling flowers by bike has got to be one of the most satisfying things, especially when you got a sweet cargo bike like this monopole. Now it's time to head to work and try and sneak in without anyone seeing me and avoid the attention of carrying all these flowers, even though I'm seeking attention by posting it all on the internet. Gotta keep them watered in a bin for the day. Now in the winter, the sun starts setting quite early, so it's a night ride home with the flowers. I think the quality of this camera really stands out at night. With the Insta360 Go camera that I had before, it kind of struggled a lot at night. The Ultra is much better, but this is supremely better. This will be my go-to camera to use for night shots. This video is almost exclusively shot with the X5 camera, but I think in the future I'll use a mix of my phone, the Ultra, and this camera. A lot of people have said they don't like the more fisheye lens of this camera, but you can zoom in and out to get the look that you want. And I just think it's super fun getting all these different angles and being able to just choose them when you're editing after the ride. Back to the flowers. One of my early videos in this channel, I did a trip to the flower market and didn't put any edit of the flower arranging because I thought people were just interested in bikes. Maybe that's still the case, but a few people requested the flower edit, so here's a little one. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just know I remove some of the leaves and cut the ends of the stems off and put together what I think is nice. Usually I start them too long and eventually cut them down over the weeks. Sometimes the mix doesn't work so well and they die after a couple of days. Sometimes they last a little while. I just enjoy having them in the house and try to convince my wife they're not just for content. It just brightens up the place. But back to night riding and bike quests. I enjoy using this camera so much at night. I'll let you join another night bike quest, picking up stuff for my babies. Probably the thing I do most by bike nowadays, and I love doing it because I get to go for a bike ride and get some cool things for my babies. I'm usually an early riser and enjoy my morning rides, but recently I've been getting into the night rides too. It's quite a completely different experience of the city, and Seoul's definitely more alive at night. This tunnel always feels like it's a portal to another dimension. Where would you want this tunnel to end up if you were riding through it? I think the dimension portal was closed this time, so I just ended up in this half boarded up Yongsan electronics market. It's actually quite an interesting area, which I'm planning on doing a video about later on. I've got so many ideas of things to show you, but not really enough time. But slowly and surely I'll get to show you. Now we're riding through the Yongsan Yongmun market, a place that seems to be popping up in a lot of my videos recently. As always, these cargo bike kid quests are up really steep hills in random apartment complexes. Sometimes these are other dimensions and other worlds, completely different to the main road nearby, with their own neighbourhoods and shopping complexes. You don't even need to leave your apartment complex, for sometimes you have everything you need. This one reminds me a lot of how Korea was when I first moved here back in 2009. Usually takes me a little while to find the right building and a few wrong turns, but I think I've got the right one now. And of course they've given me the door code to get in the building. Lots of trust. Other people are getting home from work after a long day, and I'm here to pick up some stuff for my cargo bike. It's quite peaceful and quiet up here, with a wonderful, beautiful view of the city. And they just left this toy outside for me to pick up. I paid via bank transfer. My baby's wake windows being about an hour and a half, 2 hours now. They need a lot of stimulation and a rotation of toys and stations to play at. Sometimes they'll last a good 1 or 2 minutes on each one. I had a brief moment of doubt whether I could fit it on my cargo bike, but of course I could. Easy peasy. Just flatten the basket down and strap it on without too much thought. Fits perfectly. And the bike ride is just so much more fun with a fun piece of cargo on front. And just as fun using this new camera, which I'm really enjoying. If you're interested in trying it out, there's the link in the description, as I said before. You can use the code Probably Riding for some free accessories. If you're buying it through my link, you're helping me out. But if you're just watching this video, you're helping me out a lot already. I've also got a link for my Buy Me a Coffee if you fancy feeding my coffee addiction. No pressure on any of this, I'm just really happy that anyone's watching my videos. The ride home downhill was much easier, and I had a bit of fun with the selfie stick too. Just have to be super careful not to electrocute myself on the overhead cables. Now, you've gone 15 minutes through this video without any coffee stops. I didn't have time in the morning before work, and then after work it's too late, I'll never get to sleep. But I've got a new cafe to show you, and an interesting, welcome new development in the coffee scene in Seoul. The new trend seems to be opening cafes in the morning. This one, Always August in Samgakji, is a new addition and a new favourite already. And it opens bright and early at 8 o'clock, which is about 3 or 4 hours more earlier than most other cafes. They have some other locations. I've been to the one in Mangwon, and this one is just perfect. It's got big windows, lots of bright natural light coming in, and really, really delicious coffee. In the summer they had an extra fruity nectar blend, or the summer autumn. I think they have a new winter one now. I'm so happy that it opens early, and a lot of people come when they open too, including these little ones. If you go in the afternoon, it's crazy busy, so it's nice and peaceful in the morning for a coffee outside. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. See you later.